present to my screen. Okay. So, Assalamualaikum everyone. We are starting our lesson soon. Okay, my name is Ustazah Aisyah. Okay, you can call me Ustazah Aisyah. And today, I am going to share with you a story about 7 brave youths who slept in an extraordinary cave, or we can say like a magical cave. Okay. So right now, as you can see, there's 7 men who are sleeping. Alright, then you can see there in the cave, there's a cave in the photo. Right, so this is just an illustration of it, but I'm just trying to get you to visualize how it looks like. So Ashabul Kahfi here means friends or companions. Okay, so just like you and your friends or your companions, so there is Ashabul. And then Kahfi here is the name of the cave that we are going to hear about. So when you put Ashabul Kahfi together, it becomes companions of the caves. Okay, I hope the music is not distracting you, and I hope it gives you the motivation to actually listen more about what the story is, okay? Alright, we are starting. Okay, so in 250 CE, which we call it the Common Era, there was a city which was lived by the people of the Gospel. The Gospel here means the people who actually worship statues or idols. Then you can see in the photos there's statues, there's idols, and people bring food to the statues because they believe that these are their gods. Okay, so their kings became tyrants. Tyrants means that the king is a bad ruler. As you can see there on your right, the one who's wearing like a long blue dress or robe, that's the king for this illustration, okay? So the king actually was not good to the people. He actually forced his people to worship idols and statues, which of course for us, we do not worship statues or idols. We actually worship one God, which is Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Right? Alright, so this king, his name is Decius. Okay, if you want to pronounce with me, you may. Decius. Decius. So he was exceedingly arrogant. Okay, he was one of the bad king, and he took advantage of this power. So he has the power to actually overrule the people. So what he did was any person who disobey him and refuse to worship him, he will not let the person live. Okay, he will unfortunately kill the person and will not let him live because they did not follow his rule. Alright, just give me a moment. Let me lower down the volume of the song. Okay. Alright. So, this year, what he did was he will give people a choice. Do you want to worship idols and obey me, or would you want to disobey me? But if you disobey me, I will capture you. And of course, the citizens do not want that. They wanted to be safe, so they followed him and they worship their idols. So you can see there are the people there, they worship idols because they were scared of the king. They were scared of King Decius. But then there were how many? There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There were 7 youths who were the leaders of their city. Okay, and they are the children of loyalty. So they saw this fitna, which is they saw this ruler as they find it very. They did not believe with what the king said, or they do not want to believe or follow what the king asked them to do because they do not want to worship the idols. So what they did was because they believe they already know the story, they already know about Allah and the practices that Allah asked His worshippers to do. So what they did was they humbly turned towards Allah and they practice the ibadah. They busy themselves with prayers and supplications and only believe in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Okay, so they did not follow what the king asked them to do. So what happened was the king actually has his servants, and the servants knew about these 7 youths. So these servants actually they turn the servants actually turned the 7 youths to the king. The servants told the king that these 7 people do not want to worship the idols. They want to worship Allah, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So what happened was Jesus confronted them, asking them, spoke to them, and presented them with a choice. Do you want to worship idols, or do you want to be captured? All right, so this is where the king actually talked to them, spoke to them, trying to ask them why do you disobey me? Okay, but then this is what the youth said to them. The youth said to them, we have a God who has filled the heavens and the earth with his sublime greatness. Means they are actually referring to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And the youth said that we will not call upon anyone other than him, and we will not agree to what you have called us to do. So decide whatever you wish. Can you see how brave these 7 youths are? They actually they know the consequences if they disobey the king. But because they only believe in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, they decided to have a firm stance to not disobey the idols. Okay. So then this year, because he knew that these 7 youths are the leaders of the city and the son of royalty, he wanted to give them a bit of a chance. So he said that, all right, it's okay. Maybe I want you to consider your thoughts. Go back to your family and ponder the situation. So this is what the king said. He said that I will give you some time to think, and for the youths to actually obey him. So if the youth decided to disobey, then he will have to capture him, and with that, he would do what he would do with them. He will he will reprimand them, such as the rest of the believers that disobey him. Okay, so actually this king wanted to try to make them reconsider, trying to let them think again, so that they would actually obey the king. So when the youth discusses or talk with one another, they actually feel that they do not want to stay in the city because they feel that it is unfair. They want to only believe in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, and they do not want to worship the idols. So what they did was they wanted to escape from the city, and because they knew of this one cave that was isolated and located in a very secret place, they actually decided to flee to the cave. Okay. So this is them walking through the desert with the scorching sun, and somehow they pass a dog along the way, and the dog followed them to the cave. So you can see in the photo, there's one small tiny dog there. Right, you can see that. All right, so this dog was called Khitmir, Qitmeer. So if you want to pronounce with me, you may Khitmir. And the cave that they found was actually located in Jordan, based on research and all. So this Jordan is located in the Middle East. So this happened in Jordan in Middle East. So what happened was these 7 brave men actually found the cave, and they are trying to enter the cave to seek refuge, so that they will be protected from the city and the king. So you see, when they entered the cave, okay, they began to pray to Allah. They pray to Allah throughout the days and nights. Hopefully that Allah will be able to protect them and save them from the city, because they know that once they got caught, they will definitely be reprimanded by the king. All right. So they stayed in the cave for a few days, and then they got a bit hungry, because when you stay, they only bring a few supplies for them to eat. But when the supplies are getting lesser, they knew that they have to get some food and buy the food from the city back, because that's the nearest place that they can get the food. So right now, how they are thinking, how do we actually go to the city without bumping into the king's servants or anyone that will tell them to the king. So they are trying to make a plan. So at last, they come up with one plan, which is out of 7 of them, only one of them will be assigned to go out to the city. Okay, why one? Because they do not want to risk to take all of the people to go there. Okay, so they just, okay, maybe we should just put in one person to go to the city and buy the food. So they assign their friend Jamblikus to actually put on some beggar's outfit to actually disguise them himself and enter the city to buy what they needed. Okay, so Jamblikus, he actually agreed. He actually was brave to agree and go to the city to actually help his friends to get some food. All right, so while he was at the city, he actually eavesdropped and heard from the people that to find out what was happening in the city. So because he left the city for a few days, and then they left the city for a few days. So now when he's back, he just wanted to know what's the story right now, what is happening. Okay, so apparently when he came to the city, he found out that the king knew that they have escaped. Okay, the king Decius, the very scary king, already knew that they have escaped, and right now he asked his servants who ride horses to go and search for them. So right now he knows that his friend's life and his life is at risk. Oh no! So what to do now? Okay, so what he did was, because he wanted to rush and tell his friends, he only managed to get little food to supply them, and then he had to escape and go to the cave right away. So this is him. He returned back to his friends and he returned to his companions. So he was crying. Of course, he was scared. He was so scared that he cried, and he only brought a little bit of food. Of course, he felt very guilty, but because he knew that the situation is going to be very frightening, that will come upon them, so he had to warn his friends about what is happening. So of course, all of them felt the same fear, and but what they did was, they sought refuge in Allah. They sought refuge to Allah and tawakkal for Allah to protect them in the cave. So what they did was, they prayed to Allah from day till night. They seek Allah's protection and power to actually help them to live, to be safe in the cave, and for the kings to not find them. All right, so suddenly, while with all these things that are happening, they felt the fear and they felt tired, and Allah actually stilled their ears and they fell asleep. As you can see, suddenly they fell asleep together. So right now, all of them are fell asleep, and this is where they actually. Oh, sorry. This is where they actually Allah is actually trying to protect them. Okay. All right, then while they were sleeping, the dog who followed them, remember what's the dog name? Remember, the dog name is Kitmir. Okay, so Kitmir, he was the one who followed them. The dog decided, as in the dog was there to guard the cave. So you can see that the dog is outside the cave and guard them. So he is like, this dog is like a lookout. So if you can see the king's horses or the king's servants coming this way, the dog will alert them and tell them. Okay, so you may wonder, what will happen? Will the king's servants and army find them? Okay, but somehow, after hours, after days, after months, years, and centuries have passed, okay, with the miracle of Allah, the 7 youths were still sleeping over the centuries. Wow! Okay, for us, if you can see, we only sleep for around how many hours? Maybe 8 hours per day, right? Or 10 hours maximum. But the youths, they managed to sleep for more than 100 years, and they are still alive. So this is where the miracle happened. Okay, so something miraculously happened. So it is actually Allah wanted to protect them from the king or from getting back to the city. So hence, with Allah's will, He let them sleep without waking them up or without making them hungry or thirsty. So they managed to sleep for more than 300 years. You may wonder, wow, 300 years. That's a long number of years. Okay. So finally, one fine day, they finally woke up and they asked among themselves, how long have we been sleeping? Right? Like they wonder how long have they been sleeping. It felt long, but not long enough till 100 years. They were still unsure that they have been sleeping for so many years. Okay. So they were just asking themselves, maybe looks like we are all still safe and the king has not found them and captured them. Okay. So then, of course, after a few hours, they felt hungry and they decided to go out again to buy some food. Okay, because they need to, right now they already feel the hunger. So right now they want to go out and buy some food. So they have to go back to the city again. All right, by this time, instead of one person, there are two companions left the cave to search for the food in the city. Okay. So when they came to the city, they found out something very different. Okay, when they came to the city, the buildings look different. The people look very unfamiliar, and the way the people dress is not what they have always seen. Oh no! All right, so they look around, and most importantly, what they also discover is that they do not see that people are worshipping idols or statues anymore, and they did not see King Decius or his servants. Okay, so they felt confused. So then they decided to buy some food at the shop in the city. Right. So this is where they actually found out something very interesting. So upon paying, the seller said that their coins looked like it was used long time ago. Right. So right now, even if we have the Singapore dollars, it will be very different than what it was 300 years ago. So same for this story as well. Same for what happened to the 7 youths. So the the two men looked confused and asked what year it was, because how come it's 300 years ago, or how come the coins are seen as something old. So that is where they, after talking with the seller, they found out that they have been sleeping for over 300 years, which are to be exact, which was 309 years. So as they were, of course, talking and chatting with the buyer, villagers around them, they actually heard their story, and the news began to spread among one another. So everyone was surprised with this miracle. Okay, so they know that, oh, okay, this man actually slept for 300 years, because of like the way they dress also looks different. And back then, people believe in Allah's miracles, such as, then right now also people believe, but back then they believe of such miracles such as this. So they believe these men stories. So then they return back to their companions and they explain everything. They explain everything. They say that, okay, so right now the city is already different. Okay, we are not where we were last time. So the city is different, and King Decius had actually, the bad king has actually passed away, right? And the new king is nice and fair and not a bad ruler anymore. So they are currently safe. Okay, so most of the villagers does not worship statues anymore, right? So after a long discussion, they acknowledge that they have been sleeping for 309 years with the power of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. So they also prayed to Allah to let them sleep forever, because they know right now, alright, it's okay. Perhaps right now, after the long discussion, they were grateful to Allah for keeping them safe and alive, and seeing that the city has been developed better with a new and fair king. It was enough to make them happy and pleased. So believe that this is Allah's way of showing them His power and miracle, and to protect them. So they decided that it would be best for them to sleep forever. Okay, and they prayed to Allah for that, and for Allah to grant their wish to sleep forever. Alright, so that's all for the story. The end. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for listening to me about this story. Okay, so perhaps before we go to our next segment, which perhaps we will have games at the end of the sharing session, perhaps let's summarize on what we have learned today. Okay, so if we can all unmute, if anyone would like to share with them their answers and unmute, okay, let me ask you just a few questions from the story just now. All right? All right. Can I get if anyone can recall what was the king's name? Anyone recall the king's name? We can type, okay, Maya, that was fast. But Theseus, okay, the king Theseus. Okay, was King Theseus a good ruler or a bad ruler? Okay. You can answer still, even though if someone have someone has answered, you can still answer in the chat, okay? Okay, what do you think? Do you think the King Theseus is yes, a bad ruler? Okay, why? Why? Can you share with me why do you think that the king is a bad ruler?
He didn't listen to Allah.
Sorry? Yes, Adam?
Didn't listen to Allah.
Oh, he didn't listen. Yes, correct. He didn't worship Allah. What he did was he worshipped idols, and then he forced his people to worship the idols as well. Okay. All right. Perhaps this one is a bonus question. How many Ashabul Kahfi or brave youths were there? Who's 7? Oh, mashallah. Okay. 7. Yes, correct. There are 7 people. There were 7 brave men just now, okay? And 7 brave men and one animal. What animal was that?
Dog.
Yes. Oh, yes, it's a dog. Oh, that was fast. I like it. Yes, it was a dog. Do you remember the dog's name? Start with letter Q. Kidmere. Yes, Kidmere. Okay, Kidmere. All right. So, okay, does anyone remember where did the youth escape? Where did the youth escape? Where did the youth escape to? From the city to the
Cave.
Yes, cave. Okay, but what is the name of the cave?
Remember?
What was the name of the cave? Yes, Kahfi. Right? It's a story of Ashabul Kahfi. So the name of the cave is actually Kahfi. All right. Okay. How about let's try a few more questions. Oh, okay. Wait. Just okay. What? How long did they sleep in the cave? Give me exact. How long?
309 years.
Oh, yes, 309 years. Wow, good. See that both Elise and Elsie were listening just now. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, they slept for 309 years. Okay, and they didn't feel any hunger or thirst, or they were basically hibernating. Okay, inside the cave. All right. So this one is an open-ended question, right? Okay, why do you think that Allah made them sleep for 309 years? Why do you think? Why do you think Allah wanted to protect them and let them sleep for 309 years?
Why?
Cave.
Yes, Adam?
Cave. In the cave.
Yes, it was in a cave, correct. Okay, but how? As in why? Why do you think Allah Subhanahu wa Taala granted their wish? Anyone wants to try? It's okay. It's an open topic. It's an open conversation. We can learn from each other.
Because? Why? Because they listen?
Because they listen to Allah.
Yes, they listen to Allah, and yes, Fatima said to protect their faith. Yes, because the 7 men, they actually wanted to protect their faith. They did not want to disobey Allah, and they actually disobey the king. And that was very brave. So this is actually Allah's way to grant them their wish to protect them, and also to show Allah's miracle. All right. So let me just reshare back my screen. Okay, so what do you learn from the story is basically we have the main takeaways for the story. All right, so the main takeaways of the story is, firstly, do not blindly follow others. All right, so because for the 7 men, they did not follow the other citizens in the city because they have their own stand, which is to worship Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Right, that's one. And number 2 is that Allah takes special care of his worshippers. All right, so because he knows that these 7 men worship him and sincerely worship him, trust in him, so Allah grant them this miracle and protect them for 309 years. MashaAllah. All right, so actually this story of Ashabul Kahfi, we can find this miracle in the Quran, which is in Surah Al-Kahfi. All right, so Surah Al-Kahfi is actually the 18th surah in Al-Quran. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the only from verse 11 to 14, which is the main ayat for the main ayah for this story. All right. Yes, so this is the 18th surah in Al-Quran from verse 11 to 14. All right, so I'm going to read for you the one in the ayah in Arabic. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. فَضَرَبْنَا عَلَىٰ آذَانِهِمْ فِي الْكَهْفِ سِنِينَ عَدَدًا ثُمَّ بَعَثْنَاهُمْ لِنَعْلَمَ أَيُّ الْحِزْبَيْنِ أَحْصَىٰ لِمَا لَبِثُوا أَمَدًا. All right. Can I get anyone to read for me the translation? Will that be okay? It's the one that is the one below, the one in English. Anyone would like to volunteer? Why is Elsie or Alice is smiling? Yes, do you want to volunteer? All right, come. Do you want? Come. Let me select you if that's okay. Yes. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh, yay! You are unmuting. All right.
We do together.
All right. Yes, that's better. All right. Come. Starting with yes.
Yeah, yes, in the cave for a number of years.
Continue.
Then we awaken them that we may know which of the two parties had better measured the period of time that they had carried.
Yes, mashallah, wonderful voices. All right, so let me just explain to what our friends have translated. So when Allah said they sealed their ears, okay, means Allah actually caused the people in the cave to sleep, and with a heavy sleep, very deep sleep, and which prevented any voices from arriving to their ears, right? So it's like imagine like a veil, okay, which placed over them, okay. So their ears are specified to be mentioned to veiling, means their ears are veiled, so they would not be disturbed with any sounds around them. So in the cave for a number of years. So this actually emphasized that it was a great number of years that they fell asleep. Okay, for 309 years ago. 309 years. All right. So this also showed that Allah actually cared for them, so that they will increase their certainty in Allah and Allah's power and knowledge, and so that they should be certain of Allah and Yaumul Qiyamah. Right? So Allah's withholding from them of knowledge and how long they stay in the cave is actually a mercy from Allah to these believers, to these young men. Okay, so this is a clear evidence to those who disbelieve and an example for those who come after them. All right. So these are like a wisdom for them to be awoken and to know that Allah is all-knowing and all-wise. Inshallah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share the last two ayat. which is, okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahnu nakussu alayka naba'ahum bilhaqq. Innahum fityatun amanu birabbihim wazidnahum huda. وربطنا على قلوبهم إذ قاموا فقالوا ربنا رب السماوات والأرض لن ندعو من دونه إلها لقد قلنا إذا شططا. Alright, so can I have volunteers again? Okay. For the translation, alright, since Alice and Elsie have already read, okay, it's okay. Perhaps we can get other volunteers who can read. Maybe Adam or Maya or Sophia or Fatima. It's okay if you still want to keep your camera off, you can unmute. Anyone who would like to volunteer? Let's give some time. Anyone who wish to volunteer and read for your friends? Okay, I see that everyone is a bit shy. But perhaps maybe Alice and Elsie, do you want to try reading again together?
Okay.
Yay! Okay, all right. Okay, let's start with we are narrating. Oh.
What's my
Oh wait, is it Fatima wants to read? Fatima would like to read?
Yes.
Oh yes, all right. It's all right. Okay, I'm sorry, Alice. It's okay. Maybe perhaps for the next activity, we can let you be the volunteers. Okay. All right, Fatima. Let's hear your wonderful voice.
We are narrating their story to you in true. Indeed, they were a group of youth who believe in their Lord. So we increased them in guidance.
It's okay. Continue. It's okay. And we made
firm their hearts when they stood and said, Our Lord is the Lord of the heavens and the earth. We will not call upon any good God other than Him. If we were to do that, we would surely have said a transgressive word. 14.
MashaAllah. All right, come everyone. Let's give a thumbs up to our friend. Come, let's use our reaction button. Wow. Thank you so much, Fatima. That was a good try. Alhamdulillah. All right, come, let's give a clap of our hands for the reaction button. Yay! Let's support our friend Fatima. All right, Alhamdulillah. Okay, yes. So this is the translation of the Quran of the ayat 13 and 14 at Surah Al-Kahfi. So this is actually what Allah said, that we increase them in guidance so that the men actually affirm that Allah is powerful and of Allah's existence. Okay, so because Allah actually acknowledged that these men, they sacrificed themselves, they sacrificed the loss of their families, enjoyment, brotherhood, and homeland. And they bravely defended the truth and disobeyed the tyrant, disused the king without fear or apprehension. So they did not worship statues and only come back to Allah. Okay, so this shows their braveness to firm their stance in Allah and sacrifice to worship Allah. Okay, mashallah, may their story benefit us and motivate us to open our heart more and practice our ibadah and believe in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Right? Alhamdulillah. Okay, so we are actually have come to the end of this segment, which is the ayat of the Surah Al-Kahfi. So the next segment, we are going to play a little game. Who am I? Or who or what am I? All right, perhaps can I get everyone to get a few paper, okay, a few blank papers and a pencil. Okay, so we are going to draw something. Okay, I'm gonna show you some descriptions and you have to draw. Right, it's okay. Because just now someone said that they draw during their school holiday, so maybe we can draw more right now. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you or describe to you on what we should draw, but I will not tell you the answer. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to guess what I am referring to. Okay, all right, perhaps maybe if the children and parents are ready, maybe you can give me a thumbs up so I know that you have prepared some papers and pen or pencil. It's okay, let's take around 2 minutes to prepare ourselves. Okay, Sophia is ready. Adam is ready. Okay, we got other friends preparing themselves. Okay, perhaps I can let's on some music so that let's see. All right. So, okay, Elsa and Alice is ready. Is Fatima, Maya, and Zaidan is ready? Can I check? Okay, Maya is ready. So left with Fatima and Zaidan. Yeah, Fatima is ready. Yes. Okay. Wow. Okay, Zaidan has switched on his camera. Hi, Zaidan. Okay. All right. So we are going to play a game. Okay. For the first question, it will be a warm up. Okay. The first question does not relate with the story that I told you just now. Okay. So let's go. Let's see the first question. All right. Everyone ready? Oh, okay. In 3, 2. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Before I start. So once you are ready and you want to be the first, or you want to show me your drawing, okay? You have to raise your hand, as in there's a reaction button to raise your hand, or you give me any reaction, then show me your answer. Okay, so the one who raised their hand first, I will call out their name first. All right. Okay, so let's start in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I like to eat grass. Humans love my milk. My fur is known to be covered in white and black spots on it. What am I? Alright, so again, this question is not related to the story. This is a warm-up question. Okay, so, I say Elise and Elise. Oh, Sophia has also raised up their hand. Okay, let me start with, because I say Elise and Elsie first. Is it okay if you show me? Sophia, after this, I want to see Sophia. Okay, come, show us. What have you drawn?
Can we write?
No, you must draw. All right, yes, you must draw. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Sophia. Sophia, can I see your drawing? But it's okay, Elsie and Ellie. You can take your time, you can draw, okay? Okay, wait. Okay. Is Sophia ready to show your drawing?
No.
No? Alright, it's okay. Take your time, okay? Maybe we can get... Okay, I see Adam already raised his hand. Adam, do you want to share your drawing? Let's see. Wow, so cute. So this is Adam's cow. Okay, Adam's cow. Oh, I already told the answer. Sorry. Adam, what did you draw? What did you draw? A cow. Yes. That's the correct answer. All right, we have... Thank you, Adam. All right, get ready for the next one, okay, Adam? All right, let's see Zaiden's answer. Let's see. Oh, it's quite blurry, but I see the black and white spots, and I see the cows. It's a female cow. Okay, we can see that we can milk this cow. Wow, good job, Zaiden. Thank you. All right, okay, Zaiden, you can get ready for your next draw. How about Elsie and Elise? Can you share with us? Yay, cow! So cute. The cows have little legs to walk. All right, okay. Any other who wants to share their drawing? Right, you can put your hands down. Raise in the reaction button for Adam and Zaiden, you can put your hands down. All right. So, okay, we are going to the next question. Okay, the next question relates with the story. Okay, so this is where we can practice what we learn. Okay, but can you try to recall? Okay, let's go to the next one. I can be read or read. I have 114 surahs inside of me. My 18th surah talks about a cave. What am I? Can you draw? Okay, for those who maybe would not like to, is not able to switch on the camera, right? You can share your answers in the Zoom chat, right? So I can read out the question. The answer, sorry. Oh wait, I have Elsie and Elise raising up their hand. What's that? Quran. Yes. Oh, we have yes. Oh, your drawing looks similar. All right, we have Adam's Quran. Let's see Adam's Quran. Oh. Wow. Okay, maybe perhaps can you put in the center of the screen? Yes. Oh wow. Okay, my Quran, is it? Quran. MashaAllah. Okay. How about Zaiden? Alamak, Zaiden. Oh, I think because your Zoom background is blurry, so the screen is hard to capture your drawing. Okay, alright, so let's wait for Zaiden for a bit. Ah, yes. Alright, let's show to us. Oh. Ah, okay, I can see. Oh, okay, so that is Zaiden's version of Quran. Alright, good job, everyone. Okay, that's the second question. Alright, we are moving on to the third question. Okay, so everyone get ready. Get another empty piece of paper, or if you have a whiteboard, you can erase, so you can save the paper. Alright, let's go. I can be found in Jordan. I cannot talk, but people are able to visit me. I was famous for sheltering 7 brave youths. What or who am I? Alright, get ready. Everyone's starting to draw. For those who know the answer, you can type in the Zoom chat. Okay, Elsie and Elise. Let me see your drawing. A cave. What cave? Is it just a cave? Any cave? Because this cave is famous for sheltering 7 brave youths or brave men. What kind of cave is that? Okay, Elsie and Alice will continue drawing. We got Adam. Adam. Let's see, Adam. Okay, we'll go back to Alice and Elsie. All right, Adam. Wait, can Adam? Is it okay if you raise your paper a bit?
Go up here.
Wow. Wait, what is that, Adam? Adam, can you share with us what did you draw?
Kahfi.
Coffee cake.
Kahfi cave. All right. Thank you, Adam. Oh, wow. Adam's cave got mountains beside it. Okay, now what about Alice and Elsie? Kahfi. Wow, yes. Wow. It looks similar like the one in the illustration just now. That was Alice, right? How about Elsie? Do you want to show? Or is it, did I say the name wrongly? Who should? Who's the elder sister? Is it Alice? Okay, so Elsie, can I see your drawing?
She erased.
Okay, Iren. Alright, it's okay. Alright, how about Zaiden? How about you? Alright, okay. Oh wow, Zaiden have a lot of abstracts in his drawing. MashaAllah. Okay, thank you, Zaiden. Thank you all. Okay, let's see the group chat. Alright, so Fatima said, oh, maybe this one is for Al-Quran just now. Alright, so for this question, the answer is the cave Kahfi. Alright. Okay, we have I think we have two more questions. Okay, before we end, let's go the next one. Okay, everyone ready? In 3, 2, 1. My name is Kitmir. I saw 7 youths walking to the cave and followed them. I even helped them to guard the cave when they fell asleep. What am I? Oh, yes, we got Fatima and Maya already told the answer. So they have told the answer, so the rest should know what to draw right now. Anyone ready to show? Okay, Adam is ready. Okay, come Adam. Can I see? Oh,
You have to.
what is that? What is that, Adam? Can you tell me? A dog, so cute. Your dog looks similar like your cow just now. Right. But either way, I understand what you drew. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Adam. Okay, I think Zaiden is ready. Yeah, Zaiden, come. Let's see your abstract. Oh, wow. Oh, your dog looks like a balloon dog. It reminds me of a balloon dog. Oh, and the Kitmir has claws. Wow. All right. Thank you so much, Zaiden. All right, keep it up. Okay, next we have Alice and Elsie. Okay, Alice is laughing. Dog. Oh, okay. Oh, Alice is she focuses on only the dog face. Okay, but of course, Kitmir, there's a dog has a body and all. Okay, but it's okay. I'll accept that. Oh, okay, Elsie, can you show again, Elsie? Can you show again? Oh, yes. Okay, so Elsie's dog has a side view of the dog. All right, good job to all of you. Okay, let's raise down our hand. Okay, we are going for the last question. Okay, right. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Okay, my name is Decius. In my city, 7 youth disobeyed me and did not worship the statues. I was unfair and threatened them to capture them. Okay, who am I? Is it one of the companions? Oh, okay, I see Adam raised his hand. Zaiden is also ready. Is it? Okay, Adam is ready. Okay, Adam, what do you do? Oh, wow. The king have, what's that on your king's hands, Adam?
Scar.
Sorry, a scar?
Yeah.
Wow, this king got scars. Maybe because he he fights a lot. Wow, very creative, Adam. Thank you. Okay, how about Alice and Elsie? The king. You must draw. Okay, if you want to put just the face also can. Okay, we got answer from the Zoom chat. We got Fatima replying a king. Correct. Okay, that's the answer. Okay, we got, maybe Zaidan is ready. He looks at the camera. Ready to share. All right, let's go. Let's see. Oh wow. Okay, what is your king holding? What do you call that? What do you call it? A spear. Wow. Okay, because he wants to threaten to capture them, right? So he needs to have a weapon to show. All right, creative, Adam. All right, good job. Okay, we are still waiting for Alice and Elsie. Alice will add her sister's drawing. Should we show? Crown. Okay, boleh. Can. All right, it's okay. I also have no confidence in my drawing. So it's okay if you, let's share any drawings that you can draw, okay? But yes, a crown is a symbol of a king. Okay, so that is also an answer to the question. All right, how about Elsie? Wow! Okay, so Elsie there's a crown and the king also, okay? Oh, all right. Good job, everyone. Thank you so much. All right, that is the end of the games activity and also the end of this. Oh, wait. I see Fatima switching on her camera. All right. Fatima, can you raise up? Wow. I like this king. This king has a crown and a cape. Okay, like superhero. Okay, just that not disused, but I believe I agree that a king should have a crown and also maybe they call it a gown, is it? Like a cape behind, okay? Always in red color. Oh, hi Fatima and your brother, right, beside you? All right, hi. Okay. All right, good job everyone. Thank you so much for engaging with me and for listening to the story. I hope the story did benefit all of you. Okay, I hope that you can remember this miracle of the story of Ashabul Kahfi, right? So you can actually share with your friends like what this is actually a miracle that actually happened, right? This is not a fake story. This is a real story, and it is in the Al-Quran. Okay, if you look at Surah Al-Kahfi ayat 11, and you can know that Allah actually told this story to us, okay, in the Quran. MashaAllah. Right, so with that, maybe before we end our session, is there any questions that anyone would like to ask? So I'll take in any questions relating to the story, or maybe perhaps you wanted to know more, or what do you wish to know? Any other stories other than Ashabul Kahfi?
Say. Say. Say thank you, Ustazah.
Oh,
Yeah. Say.
oh, Adam, you are welcome. Oh, are you shy? All right, you are welcome, Adam. Thank you so much, and thank you to you too for being here and attending, engaging to us. All right, okay. So that is all for today's session, which is the story of Ashabul Kahfi. Thank you so much to children for listening, and thank you for parents who are willing to sit with us. All right. Okay, so with that, I will. Yes.
You went to Jordan?
Me? Have I went to Jordan? Oh, I wish I can go to Jordan. I was planning to, but then unfortunately because of COVID, I was unable to travel. Right? But yes, if I'm going to Jordan, I'm going to visit the cave. Definitely. Okay, it's now, oh yeah, if you want to see the cave, they actually made the cave into like a museum. So that you people can actually visit because it's actually a mobile cave that is famous. Alright. Right. Waalaikumsalam Fatimah.
Thank you, Ustazah.
You are welcome, Zaidan.
Ustazah, may Allah reward you.
Oh, Masya Allah. You are welcome. Thank you also, Alice and Elsie. Okay. All right. Okay. So with that, we are going to end this program. Okay. And if you would like to give feedback or anything, you can like drop a text to us. All right. Okay. With that, we end this lesson with Surah Al-Asr. Okay. You can read with me. Okay. All right. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wal asr. Innal insana lafi khusr illa allazina amanu wa amilus solihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Amin. All right. Have a great weekend. Okay. I know this is going to be your few last days of school holiday. So enjoy your school holiday. All right. Yes, you are welcome, Sophia. All right. Have a great weekend. Inshallah, we will see you in our next sessions. Okay. Inshallah. All right. Bye. Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Bye, Adam.